I met a gypsy.
Oh, definitely.
We're on YouTube, man. We'd say what we want.
100%. This is your credibility in
Absolutely.
this room.
We're going to start a petition.
So, announcing something that you've said you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Little segue maybe into like the behind the scenes side of it. I'm almost excited. I don't really want to see you retire. Don't want to see you start racing. Kind of excited for you to be one of those dudes. I feel like you could have a crazy career after motocross. Like, for everything that you've done in your career, you could be the guy that all those accomplishments kind of get mentioned second to what you could do post.
Yeah.
I think you're that guy.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I've been walking around. I'm a big law of attraction guy. I really think like what you think about and who you surround yourself with and all this just comes back to you. I think it's like to me, it's pretty obvious if you pay attention. I've been walking around saying I'm going to call the Super Bowl one day, like just in my house by myself.
That's so sick.
Just walking around. I just been saying that, like call my girlfriend up and I'll just tell her like I'm going to call the Super Bowl one day. And for whatever reason, and life just kind of does this, anytime anybody stuck a camera in front of my face, I feel like I have so much clarity. Like I don't even have to think about the things that I'm like. I don't even really think about anything. I just talk and it just comes out. And most of the time people like what I have to say.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely exciting. It's one of those things where like I don't want to get too carried away and too focused on it because I still have a goal now. But in terms of like, I'm a big plan guy. Like I have a 10-year plan, 20-year plan, all this stuff. It's
20.
It's subject to change, but I feel it's
in pencil.
But I feel like I feel like it's important to know where you're going. Like I want to wake up every day and have a like, I don't know,
direction.
just have a direction.
North. You want to know where north is.
Exactly. Exactly. So, and that's definitely a part of it is, it's one of the reasons why I moved to California. Yeah. You know, because I want to be out here whenever I'm done and able to kind of network and, I'm excited.
Have you got any, I guess, projects you're working on now that go toward, like, are you doing any coaching around it? The podcast is a good step. But
podcast is just practice for me too, and it serves a purpose. It's good, unique content that I can put out. I have done some work with some coaches on that. Yeah.
So there's a good guy that everyone's plugged in with, right? Like Ricky's used him. I think.
Yeah, he's Romo's guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've worked with him a couple times. Yeah.
So that's the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Apparently he's a G.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
And what sort of stuff do you work on there? Because I'm
out. I'm not giving. I can't.
I
don't know. I just
that's fair. Yeah, I just don't even know. I guess I've never met a dude like that. I don't even know, as someone that sits in front of a camera for a living, I'm like, what would he say? What would you do? I know there's stuff there, but I'm like completely ignorant to it.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, even it's difficult to be yourself in the booth. You know, like people think it's, I don't know, you have to you got to be really, you got to be okay to take some swings in there, you know, to actually like, even when I'm doing it, sometimes I have a bunch of things that I can say, like I have a bunch of knowledge and things I can say, but you also have to make sure that it's like going to make sense and it's not going to be too far out there.
And
so
it fits the
it's
time.
And you kind of feel like you have to like initially, I did my first guest appearance when I was 17. So like initially you feel like you have to be like professional and formal and like this guy or like this guy, you know, but you have to, you know, the best commentators have their own thing, like they're their own.
Yeah, they're them doing that thing.
Exactly, but you still have to fit that into kind of these parameters and this time frame. And you have a producer in your ear telling you, you know, this, that. There's a lot of things that go into it. It's a lot more like, it'd be way easier just to put the race on the computer right here and just you and I talk about it. I could say 10 things that blow your mind, but then you add in all these other factors and it gets
you got
more
20
difficult.
seconds to a break. You got two people there. You got a producer in your ear.
And I don't know, like nothing in life's a certainty. I don't know. Maybe I won't be that good at it, or maybe I'll be fantastic and be awesome. But I feel like it's something that I'm like kind of born to do. Like it's always come pretty easy for me. And it won't always be easy. There's going to be challenges. It'll be ups and downs like anything else. But it's definitely something that I think about from time to time.
Yeah. No, it's super cool. Like, I don't think that there's ever been a guy in the sport that has, it's just such a clear path in the, you know, like you could, as a fan, you could, you know, like the Tony Romo being in the booth, like he crushes it.
He does.
You know?
He's so good.
And I guess you could see that, and Aaron Rodgers is the same. Like you can kind of see guys that they would go into that role. I don't think our sport has many of them. Like I think you're the dude.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Which is I guess it's just not something that we're used to, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like there's guys that would be commentating on, you know, I mean, you see it in MotoGP, F1. It's like, yeah, they were good drivers. Like had a great career.
Yeah.
And like anyone would be stoked to have that career, but then they become so linked to the sport in such a different way that they probably never would have seen, to where the average F1 fan probably doesn't even know they did race.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Which like that's a good problem to have.
Yeah, and to be like it's cool to be like the voice of a sport. People will associate you with, you know, like I associate like David Bailey and Art Ekman with like the early 2000s, Travis Pastrana, McGrath, Carmichael coming in. Yeah. Like they're always that in my mind. Yeah. And I love dirt bikes, and I love the sport, the industry, in a way that I just want to contribute. Yeah. I want to, obviously my main goal right now is I have a job. Like my job is to do well at the races and perform for Kawasaki, and that means more to me than anything, and that sweeps everything else under the rug. But like in general, if you ask me, my goal is just to contribute in a positive way to this industry. Yeah, and that's a good goal to have. We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.